5 faith short stories, 5 spiritual short stories, 5 Christian short stories. Each one is 100 words, and I wrote them and then I read them aloud to you. So thank you for watching this video about 5 faith short stories. Read along. Jackie used to pay my son to mow her lawn so many years ago. Now we were both older. My son was married and mowing his lawn in Illinois. Even though my back hurt all the time, I still felt it was important to keep my grass cut, less embarrassing. Jackie was even older than me, retired, struggling with balance and memory. So each week after cutting my lawn, I walked the same lines as my son. She needed her grass to be less embarrassing, and I had the means. She called out every time, calling me his name. Love your neighbor. Josiah held the cheap paper summons between his thumb and forefinger as if it might stain his skin. His kitchen trash can sat there with its lid closed, plain hard to get. In the mail, the town and county had reached out to him to be part of the justice system. Jury duty summons. It was a ripoff, costing him at least a day's pay, if not more, just to sit in a stuffy room filled with other citizens with burnt coffee in foam cups. But justice was important to Josiah's God, and here was an opportunity to stay or go. God's justice. At her sister's grave last year, she vowed to do something, anything to help those struggling on the street with addiction. Food servers and donations met the needs, especially around the holidays. So she leaned into her skill. She went shopping. With a nose for bargains and perfect walking shoes to put in the miles between aisles, she executed a plan. In the shelter, the most often requested items were socks and underwear. Her friend suggested online, but she wanted to be more loving, sacrificial, and personal, so she tracked the valuable treasures down in plain white cotton paradise. Shopping for Jesus. Has this been fun? Listen, you know what to do. Please like and subscribe. If you subscribe to the channel, then you will not miss the daily short stories. Every day there's 100-word story covering all the genres. So you've got fantasy, science fiction, drama, historical fiction, and faith stories. If you subscribe, you won't miss any. Thank you in advance. She heard the punch and tackle of metal against metal. It was a powerful, shocking sound. Immediately after the announcement, bits and pieces of plastic and glass flew into the air like graduation caps. Slamming on her brakes, she slowly pulled over. 2 cars had hit each other. Both were able to pull over. No explosion, no fire, no airbags. Wishing she had EMT training, she didn't know what to do to help. She needed to check on them. Looking at traffic as others zipped away, she approached the first driver, a young lady in her 20s, crying, scared, shaken. Kindness and concern. He heard his mother's voice in his head, standing in the long line to vote. The democracy was hostile and divided. The politics were loud. Only when the media hype was crazy did so many go to the polls. He remembered the rainy and cold November when he drove by the polls at the end of the workday to find no lines and 3 exhausted but bored poll workers. Only 24 people had voted all day. His mother was right. Being a citizen is a blessing. Being a good citizen is an expression of love and gratitude for our God. I voted. Wow, thank you for watching all the way to the end of this video. You obviously like these kinds of short stories. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I want you to subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the daily short stories. So every day there is a 100-word short story published as a 50-second short, and I don't want you to miss them out. They miss out. They cover all the literary genres. It should be a lot of fun.